Hi everybody, I hope you all are staying well during this unusual time. I miss you all so much and I hope to be together with you soon. Today I'm going to do a Devo on self-love and community. I feel like they go hand in hand, and especially I've been reading this book. I'm not sure if it's backwards for you, but it's The Sun and Her Flowers, and this has really related to me a lot, especially since moving back to school after an extended period of time. And just really, I've been able to do a lot of reflecting while reading this book, and it's helped me grow in my relationship with God a lot and build my confidence in myself as well. So the first page that I'm going to read is about self-love and the growing process with that. It says, "You do not wake up and just become the butterfly. Growth is a process." I love how it says that growth is a process. And when you think of the stages of a butterfly, you immediately think of a caterpillar, right? So the caterpillar doesn't just snap its fingers and become a butterfly, right? That would be so cool if that would happen, but it has to take time and energy to become this beautiful creation of the butterfly. And that's very similar to what God does for us, how he takes us in the womb, makes us in the womb, and throughout our whole lives is this process of our lives, and we're never finished until the end, right? And we just keep growing and growing, and it's God's perfect way, and he always has a plan. And whether it seems right or not at the time is something we all struggle with. But we just have to remember that it is a process and that God always has a way for us, right? And so next time you're really struggling with where you are in your life, maybe if it's during quarantine, or just you're just feeling at a plateau, and maybe your faith or in your personal life, just remember that just as that caterpillar has to go through growth and transformation into that beautiful, beautiful butterfly, God wants you to go through this transformation into this beautiful butterfly at the end. And there might be some plateaus, and there's definitely going to be some struggles during it. But those are the transformations that he wants us to go through to become that beautiful butterfly at the end, right? I just thought that was so powerful. The next page I'm going to talk about is about community, and I feel like that goes hand in hand with self-love and that growth process, because you have to love yourself first to then love others. And community is so important. It's important in the church, because if we didn't all have each other, the church wouldn't exist, and it would just be a domino effect. Everything would just fall apart, right? Excuse me. And so this page says, "When the world comes crashing down at your feet, it's okay to let others help pick up the pieces. If we're present to take part in your happiness, when the circumstances are great, we are more than capable of sharing your pain." So what this is getting at is, if people are there during the good times, then they're going to be there in the bad times too. And that's when your true friends and true community comes out. I know for me personally, I have that sense of community multiple places, right? And I feel like that's a way for a lot of us. I have a sense of community here at Ball State. I have a sense of community at my home church in Seymour. And I have a sense of community with my camp family, right? So whenever a certain situation comes up, I go to that community because I know I can trust them, right? And no matter what, they should always be there. Just like we should always go to God with our problems. And even, I feel like when we talk about speaking to God and praying to God, it's always talking about like our struggles and our problems. But we should also talk about the praises and thanksgivings and what's going good in our life. Like, I feel we are so in a negative mindset right now, right? With all this quarantine stuff going on, and it's just broken up that positive mindset, that positive set of community. We're just so individualized, right? And what I feel like we should do is reach out. If you're at home alone, reach out to those people in your different communities. Make sure they're okay. Make sure you start those conversations with them. Like, just check in and see how they're doing. And then make that a daily, weekly thing. Maybe do a Bible study together and hold yourself accountable to that. But also make your time accountable to God too during this time. Because I feel like this time is allowing us to spend way more time with God than we did before. And God is saying intentionally now, like, hey, I'm here, you have time, make time for me, right? So, yeah, self-love and community go hand in hand, and I feel like we should focus on those two specifically right now with what's going on. And for me, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? Self-love, we look in the mirror every day, and it's like, I don't like this part of my body, my hair's just not looking good today, right? But what I have tried to do every day now is come up with 3 positive things that are about my body or about my day. Just like how I'm doing that day. And I do it at the end of the day, and it really helps me get more in the positive mindset because I'm saying more positive things than negative things in my head. I'm trying to, throughout the day, come up with positive things and make my day positive intentionally, not be such a Debbie Downer, right? And community, just reach out to those people, right? See how they're doing, see if they're okay. And yeah, that's all that I have. And again, I miss you all so much, and I hope to see you soon.